welcome to Finding Common Ground. It's a special day today. We're in Utica, New York at the Pathways to Success event for the IDD and disability community. And we have a guest host today, Alexandra Fernandez.
Hi.
And myself.
My children, Matthew and Nathaniel, they are 10 years old. They do have severe autism, and they were at the time at the Children's Hospital, the Center for Discovery Children's Hospital in Rock Hill. And I was looking for help, trying to reach out, reading, as most moms do or parents do, where we go down the rabbit hole. And I came across Steve's posting about a listening tour with Willow Bear. And even though it was mainly for more upstate than where I was, I took a chance. I reached out. Steve was wonderful. And he said, if you're willing to make the trip, let's do it. Me, my husband, we did. We had the wonderful opportunity of speaking in front of Willow Bear, but even more so connecting with other families there, listening to their stories. And that's exactly what it was. We were listening to each other's stories, being a shoulder, which is sometimes the most that you need, not feeling alone. And we got our chance to say our stories there, and I got to chat a little bit more with Steve, and then I was on the podcast.
Yes, that podcast was back in July. It was Isolation to Impact. If you go on any of the social media sites, you will find her podcast and see her up close and personal and her story. We're hoping to empower and inspire families from birth all the way up to adulthood, with all those things that wrap around our lives in the disability world. The Sheriff's Department is putting this on. We have many different groups that are here: Calverman, ARC, OKWED. Numerous tabling events are here, and we can't wait for it to start. Yes, we're back with Finding Common Ground with Steve and our guest host today, Alexandra. Sheriff, we had a whole day here with the disability community, and we're here. We understand that you were responsible for putting it together, and I would appreciate your words.
Well, I'm only a small part of what made today happen. Today truly was a success, and it's just because we have an awesome team with our committee. You saw groups come together today, services out in the community, state agencies, county agencies, private agencies, just everyone coming together to provide to the community things they have to offer for families who are going through various stages of life with their loved ones. And it's just awesome. This whole, it's giving me chills now talking here, but this whole group began several years ago when we found in law enforcement that we had a severe deficiency in our training. We were not training our people to recognize folks in our community, that had various types of disabilities, and we certainly needed to improve that. And with the help of, and I have to say, with the help first and foremost from Kathy, got this ball rolling. We got training even during COVID. The world was shut down, but we were able to still do training through the internet with Kathy. That transpired into in-person training, with all members of the sheriff's office, and it branched into so much more. It kind of took on a life of its own. It's snowballed into what we have today. Today's symposium, we're hoping, is the beginning of many, many more to come. And, you know, just talking to different committee members today as today's event was happening, just a bunch of different ideas moving forward so that we can get more of the community involved. And I just want to say thank you to everybody. And I'm just happy to like the coach of the team. I'm just happy to be the coach, and it's not the coach that wins the game. It's the players behind him, and everybody today here did an awesome job.
That's great. I'm here not just with the podcast, but I'm also here as a parent. And on behalf of the parents, thank you, Sheriff.
You're very, very welcome. And like I said, our job, you know, this job that I have, I've been a police officer for 37 years. I've been the sheriff for the past 15. But I tell new people I hire, I speak at graduations for police academy graduations. I tell people this is a career where every single day when you wake up, you know you're going to work to make a positive difference in someone's life. And let me tell you, days like today, you walk out of here feeling really good.
Thanks again, Sheriff.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Alexandra Fernandez. I'm here with Steve Gagne with Finding Common Ground. I had this wonderful opportunity to be a part of what was an amazing day. From someone who comes from a different county, how can we get this in other places? How can we get this type of outreach to other communities and other parents? What would be the first step, or what is the first step a parent can take to kind of find that help that you provided here today, which was amazing?
Well, we started an organization years ago called Better Together, and it was a parent support and advocacy group. And from that, we determined that first responder trainings were a must because interactions with law enforcement or any type of crisis EMT, they needed to be trained in speaking with unreliable speakers and people who are non-communicative and that may exhibit behaviors. And when we reached out to the Oneida County Sheriff, Rob Maciol, he was all in. He was all in. And like he said, we did a 2020 virtual first responder training, and from there we did listening and learning events, and we brought elected officials in, and it's all to equip parents. And then the sheriff said we need to take this even one step further and develop the Vulnerable Population Advisory Committee, where he gathered educators and parent advocates to sit down and say, okay, what do we need? So it just really starts with someone, you know, that's young and energetic, that has a reach in their community, maybe through their local church or their organization, that can rally people and first responders and also the elected officials of your district to say that there are needs for the population with disabilities. And we came together today to give parents comprehensive opportunities for services, all the way from suspecting there's a diagnosis all the way to funeral planning. And that may sound morbid to some, but we have to do the heavy end for our kids. And the more that we do, the less will be on them to cope with and deal with.
I couldn't agree more with that. As being a mom of twins with severe autism, it can be very daunting, and having so many different organizations here today to kind of break it down takes a little bit of that.
Yes.
Wow, I don't even know where to begin. Well, here you broke it down so that we all could figure out, well, this is a step-by-step of how to do things. So I just wanted to say thank you, and hopefully, yes, this will snowball, not just here, but across New York State, because I don't think everyone realizes how important this is.
Well, it will with fire starters such as yourself. I mean, I'm aging. A lot of the committee, we're aging, but it's going to take young advocates to take the baton and run even further. Let our ceiling be your floor. And just keep going and keep going. And it takes gathering your local agencies, your law enforcement, to be aware of the population, and not just aware, but know that they have certain needs and we can fill them as a community. I always say we're all better together, and I mean that.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yes, so we're concluding our day here at Finding Common Ground at this wonderful event, Pathways Success. Thank you so much for coming into town. I know you came a long ways to get here. I can't begin to tell you how appreciative I am for you to be here. You're a parent. And like Kathy said, we're interested in you carrying on the baton and many other parents in your area, our area. And so thanks again. And maybe one question for you is, what do you think about what happened today?
What do I think? First of all, thank you for having me, of course. It was a pleasure. It was a pleasure to be here. And my takeaway from this is that there is so much out there. There is so much information. There are supports out there. It's finding the way to get in the door, as they say, OPWD's front door, but get in the door, talk to people, and through networking and talking to people that have the experience. And exactly that, because of your experience, I have now had my eyes open to so many other different programs and organizations that are out there. Just when you think, well, I think I've covered it. No, there's more. There's people on the ground that are there doing the work, that want to help. And the fact that the knowledge is out there, we just got to get it out there even more, is something that I'm willing to do. I'm willing to be a part of it. Like Kathy said earlier, passing the baton forward. Us as parents, we have to. If we don't do it, who? Talking about knowledge, it almost got past us today that it is someone's birthday today. So I just want to say happy birthday, Steve.
Yeah, that wasn't supposed to get out.
On the count of 3, we're singing happy birthday to Steve Gagne. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Steve. Happy birthday to you.
It really wasn't supposed to get out. But it's the end. Look, I usually don't tear up over these things, but I did tear up over it. It was totally unexpected. So thank you and everybody else that did it. Thank you for joining us today with Finding Common Ground with Steve, and today our special guest, Alexandra.
Continue the conversation by joining our Facebook group. If you're a fan of the show, please join our supporters club. Subscribe on YouTube, rate and review on your favorite listening app, but most of all, share it with your friends. Just one more click or comment can make a huge difference and help us to continue finding common ground.